Hello, this is Granddaddy Pendragon, and welcome to my plucky little channel. In honor of the spooky season, I've even worn my Cornell cap. Did I go to Cornell, you ask? Shoot, no. Never even set foot in Ithaca. Cornell is a fine school, but not one I went to. I've been to a bunch of them, but that was not one of them. I wore the cap simply because it's red and because it kind of matches the blood red letters of my t-shirt. That's the only reason. So that's what kind of a shallow person I am. And by the way, notice on my t-shirt, there's Sadie looking back at you. But enough of this fol-de-rol. We've got a doll to look at, doggone it. And it's a doll that I have questions about, to be honest. It's a doll that was released by Spirit Halloween. I know that much. It's one of their, what do they call it? Sinister Spirit dolls. But I don't know what year it was released. I don't think it was this year. I've seen the doll for this year, and this is not it. Was it last year? The year before? Don't know. Do not have a clue. So if you happen to recognize this doll and say, oh yeah, that was the doll they released in, fill in the blank year, comment below and educate me, because I don't have a clue. I just bought the doll because I thought it looked cool. That's the only reason. So without any further ado, let's check out this doll. This is a doll that I would consider as genuinely creepy. I mean, look at it. Let me bring its face closer to the camera so you can get a good look at it. I mean, look at that. I don't know what that expression is. I would consider it a very haunting doll. Okay, that's what I would consider. It looks like something that you would drag down from a dusty attic, like, oh, somebody left this doll up there. I wonder why, and then you find out the hard way. You find out why it was abandoned. But, yeah, Sinister Spirit Doll by Spirit Halloween. It's made to look like a cracked porcelain doll. It's not porcelain, it's just a light plastic. Vinyl, I'm not sure what that material is, but it's a real light doll. I mean, super light. When I took it out of the box, I was like startled by how light it is compared to lifting some of the other dolls I've lifted. But it has these very spooky blue eyes that are, shaded in gray. And like I mentioned, the cracks on the face. And it has a kind of a auburnish, I think you'd call that auburn hair. It's not a dark brown, kind of a lighter brown. And the wig on the back has just a plethora of curls. It has these darling little pink ribbons on its head. The dress is a light, kind of a pastel pink. It has a ruffle down the middle with these buttons, has a little semblance of a collar up there. And the dress is long. The shoes are black. They're part of the mold, so you can't take them off. This doll is not really what you would call super articulated. You can't move its head. The head stays put. You can bring its arms up, however, if you want to make it look like it's coming to get you. Woo, all of that. But that's it. That's pretty much it. Like say it's plastic. It's 35 inches tall, so it's a pretty good sized doll. You can stand it up against a wall or whatever. You know, you need to brace it so it doesn't take a tumble, but it'll stand. And it's a doll that I think is just really spooky looking. I mean, don't get me wrong, I don't get nightmares over it or anything. I just appreciate, I like creepy dolls. I've got 10 gazillions of them around this house of all different types and shapes and what configurations and what have you. And I just think this doll just looks wonderfully kind of old, kind of Victorian, creepy, that kind of a vibe. Looks like something that would be possessed, that somebody would buy it like in an old antique shop and they go, oh, I found this doll, isn't it wonderful? And they get it home and it kills them. But yeah, if you know anything about this doll, just fill in the blanks for me, please. I'd love to know a little more about it. I just bought it because I think it looks cool. And I thought it'd be a good addition to my quirky collection. Well, thank you for watching. As always, don't forget, at the end of this year, I'm going to tally up the views of all the dolls that I've reviewed, and the dolls that have at least 100 views will be designated as encore dolls, and I will feature all of them in a series of videos to kind of put the spotlight back on them as fan favorites, I guess you could say. So if you have a particular doll that you really like, I would recommend getting your friends and your family, your local undertaker, whoever, to watch, to view that doll and up that number. Because like I say, if the doll does not have 100 views, even if it's one that's a personal favorite of mine or one that you just absolutely love, if it doesn't have at least 100 views, it's out of the running. It can be eligible to be an encore doll next year, but not this year. Plus, out of that number, out of those encore dolls, I will select the one that has the most views, and that will be crowned the Doll of the Year. And it will receive its own celebratory video. So we're going to have a fun ending for this year. So check out all the videos I've done. Binge on them. Pick out your favorite dolls. Make sure, like I say, others know about the dolls and watch the videos. So your doll can become an encore doll, and who knows, maybe the Doll of the Year. Well, that's it for me. Be sure and subscribe if you haven't done so. More people have been subscribing. Thank you, thank you, thank you for that. Some of you are watching, but you haven't yet subscribed. Let me encourage you to do that. Be sure and comment, like the video. You know the drill, because YouTube likes it when you do that. When you don't do that, then the video that I've made of a particular doll just sinks into the sea of obscurity. And we don't want that to happen to any of the dolls. These are all cool dolls that we're looking at. And we've got plenty more cool ones and creepy ones to look at. So, till next time, you take very, very good care of yourself, and we shall see you later.